Greetings of the day. Welcome to Prof. Neer once again. Thank you for being with us. And today we're going to discuss about how your attitude determines your altitude. The one striking example that comes to my mind of this saying, one attitude, your attitude determines your altitude, is India's former opening batsman, Sunil Manohar Gavaskar, whom I rate above Sachin Tendulkar. I'll tell you why later on in this. He was the first to score 10,000 runs in Test cricket, and he was the first to break or go past the legendary Don Bradman's record of 29 Test centuries, which stood for a long time. Sunil retired with 34 in his belt, under his belt rather. As a youth in 1971, he made his debut against West Indies in West Indies. He scored 74 runs in 4 tests, which was then the highest by a debutant. Forget the inadequacy of the West Indies bowling attack at that time. But still to score 774 runs in 4 tests does mean does take something. It showcased the forthcoming of a great batsman. And then he went on to become one of the finest batsmen in the world, opening batsman. It is not about him that aspect of his batting or about opening. I'm talking about his attitude. He never wore a helmet in all his batting career, even when facing the West Indies quicks on their grounds in the West Indies, when there was no one bouncer rule, when there was no neutral umpires. You could expect 6 bouncers. You could expect 6 toe-crushing yokers. You could expect beamers. You could expect anything. And in those circumstances, he never ever wore a helmet. Yet he went on to do all this. And those days, after 76, the West Indies quicks came into action. That is where Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Joel Garner, Malcolm Marshall, they all came in. And they were all bowling at an average of 150 kilometers per hour. You can understand that. You can try to imagine something coming at you, a leather ball at 150 kilometers per hour, and this man used to allow it to go past him. And why did he do that? Because his attitude was, I will not counterattack, which will give the bowlers pleasure. Instead, I will douse their fire with water, the ahimsa theory, which I term. He would allow imagine the frustration of the fast bowler who's seen batsmen scared and frightened. But here is this pint size, 5 foot nothing Indian batsman that not in Aussie, not in England, not in South African. He's waiting, he's standing there and he's allowing this man who's running in 10 or 12 steps, charging in and putting all his strength into bowling a ball. And Sunil Gavaskar just waits and watches it go past him, making sure that it doesn't hit his stumps. At times, he would watch the ball from just near his eyebrows or near his nose, what the West Indies call the parfum ball. Parfum ball because you could smell the leather, the perfume of the leather in your nostrils. How did he do that? He did that because, and why did he do that? He did that because of his eyesight. And he relied on the eyesight, and he relied on his confidence and on his batting skills. And why? Because he didn't want to be cowed down. He wanted to tell the West Indies bowlers and the other fast bowlers, listen, I am not going to be threatened by or at least he didn't show that. He was human. He was definitely afraid of being hit. But he never showed that. So imagine batting without a cricket helmet. When everybody from 1976, when the helmets were introduced, like 74 or 76, when the helmets were introduced, every batsman worth the salt wore a helmet. And this man is an opening batsman. He sacrificed a lot for this. Being a voracious reader, he sacrificed reading on trains so that would spoil his eyesight. He never read books in a light which was not very good. That would spoil his eyes. No tobacco, no wine, no liquor, no alcohol. Absolutely. Sacrifices you have to make to reach the heights that he rose. And why did he do that? He did that to first communicate to the bowlers, the fast bowlers, that sorry, I am not going to be threatened by you. I have my bat, I have my eyes, and I am going to. That's not good enough for you to take on you. And that way he inspired the other batsmen on the other end, his fellow batsmen. And the other batsmen in the dressing room got inspired by him, by this one man, this pint size, 5 foot nothing. But he ruled the world, didn't he? As the finest opening batsman. And that is why I rate him much, much higher than Sachin Tendulkar. Tendulkar is a genius. Once in a generation we get Tendulkar. This man, an ordinary man like you and I, but he, with his attitude and with his concentration, with his focus, with his hard work, he rose to where he was. And that makes him a prime example of how your attitude can determine your altitude. I think it's time we learn from such people how to shape our attitude to reach our altitude. Thank you very much and a good day to you. Bye-bye. Before I end, I would like to say that he was afraid. Yes, there would have been fear in his mind of being hit, but he never showed it. So that's one thing about attitude. You never show that you're afraid. In the late 80s, he wore a skull cap under his hat. But that was just something to, he was getting a little old. There was just a little psychological tactic for him to wear under, so he felt safe. Under his hat, Panama hat. So that's Sunil Gavaskar for you, on attitude, on how we can learn from him to shape our attitude and achieve our altitude that we desire. Thank you very much for being with us. Please do join again. Bye-bye.